Good morning. It's Monday, May 21st, 2018. You're watching the Daily Mix TV by hillSTORY Marketing. Hi, I'm Sean Patrick Hillman. So it's officially stupid. Starbucks says it's allowing both non-paying and paying guests to use its restrooms in the U.S. as well as its cafes. The new policy applying to 8,000 U.S. locations follows the arrest of two African-American men at a Philadelphia store in April who had asked to use the restroom before buying anything. The manager of that location then alleges that they refused to leave when asked, which prompted them to call the police. That then led to a whole myriad of crisis communications issues. Now, the problem I have with this is, I get it, Starbucks got caught with their pants down. But they claim that it was because of an alleged vague policy. I'm sorry, I've spoken with several general managers in New York and a couple of other places like in New Jersey, and I've been told that that policy was not vague at all. This is Starbucks pandering to the worst common denominator, hate. You guys, you've got a poor crisis communications management situation that turned worse, and instead of doing the right thing and enforcing the policy that you should be standing your ground on, now you've opened up your restaurants to a whole myriad of problems. Now everyone else who likes to overpay for a cup of coffee is going to suffer because in places like New York, where you've got high density of homeless and mentally disturbed, you're going to have a lot of problems in those locations. So a place like New York, our once coveted coffee houses are going to be overrun by, homeless people, those who have mental problems and can't get a job, those kinds of things. So, look, I don't begrudge the homeless, but at the same time, you really do need to keep some semblance of commerce moving at a place like Starbucks. You're beholden to your shareholders, your managers, your employees, all of those people, and this kind of decision is exactly the problem in business today. That gives Starbucks the shaking my damn head of the day, guys. Who wants to go to a hot coffee house, be served by somebody who's miserable, overpay for a cup of joe, and hang out with people who haven't necessarily showered in weeks? I'm sorry, folks, but you know what? I used to be a huge fan of Starbucks until all this nonsense began about a year or two ago, when it was clear that their sentiment was going down, the pride in their jobs was going down, those kinds of things, and most of it having to do with political pandering. With the what the hell thematic for the day, what the hell was Warner Brothers Animation thinking? It's bad enough that every movie and TV show from the 70s and 80s is being rebooted, reimagined, whatever the hell they think is cool. But to now bring Thundercats into the mix is a very bad idea. You got an extremely passionate fan base for that show. Now, both the Twitterverse and Facebook universes lit up like a Christmas tree over the weekend in negative posts against this new reboot because, well, it's that bad. I mean, see for yourself, guys.
Hey there, everyone. My name's Lion-O, and I'm the star of a new show called Thundercats Roar. Wait, you don't know what a Thundercat is? Well, let's start small. I'm a Thundercat, and this is my magic slicing stick, Sword of Omens. Give me sight beyond sight.
Now, could we get any further away from the original Thundercats than this? It's horrible. Every single person I know who has seen it, and millions more across the globe during by these posts, think that this is DOA. And frankly, it just sucks. I mean, it's just not good. Now, there was another reboot about 5 years ago that was exclusive to the Cartoon Network, just like this one is. And it was actually a lot better. It was a little dark, but it was a good effort. This, on the other hand, is so amateur hour, it's not even funny. And you're just going to end up ruining a perfectly good franchise. I don't know what it is with Warner Brothers lately, but it just seems like they can't get their head back into the game. Now, on a brighter note, what an incredible incredible weekend it was for Rock and Rawhide, the charity that my wife Kylie and I co-founded to help increase the level of adoptions of dogs and cats in shelters. Now, first off, I have to say, there are some pawsome peeps that we need to give some love to. The first one is my old friend and Rock and Rawhide board member, Elvis Duran. Yes, the Elvis Duran, who's the host of the #1 morning radio show, Elvis Duran in the Morning Show, airs on iHeartRadio, Z100, about a million other places. The guy you hear on the radio is, in fact, the same gentleman you meet in the real world. He is that genuine. He's just one of the most giving and caring people I've ever had the honor of calling my friend. So on Friday, while the show was at Eden Rock down in Miami Beach for their dysfunctional family vacation promotion, Elvis gave a shout out to the Rock and Rawhide adoption event that was taking place the next day at Gold's Gym in Bridgewater, New Jersey. It was called Fit and Furry. Thank you, Elvis. As always, you're just completely pawsome, my old friend. Now, the family that owns this Gold's Gym location, Rob and Mary Zampetti, I gotta tell you, incredible family. So loving, giving, caring, and supportive of Rock and Rawhide and the animal rescue and advocacy communities. Now, they have 2 daughters, Summer and Savannah, as well as their son, Cross. They all get in on the action as well, helping to increase adoptions wherever they can. Now, despite the torrential downpour we experienced all day, we still managed to get about 10 animals into new loving and responsible homes and raise a ton of money in donations for our forever friends. The Zampetti family was so happy with what happened, and, they now want to turn this into an annual event. So I think that's really cool. We're also going to host an additional one in September. Rob and Mary, you guys, I just absolutely love these two. Such a giving couple, and they work so hard and do so much for so many, and they don't ask for anything in return. So then yesterday, I emceed Adopt-A-Palooza 2018 Spring Edition in Union Square Park for the Alliance for New York City's Animals, Petco, and Rock and Rawhide. But right before I took the stage, I ran to New York 1 to see my old friend Kristen Shaughnessy on set to talk about the event on air. Kristen's been an ardent supporter of Rock and Rawhide since our founding. So thank you, Kristen. I can't thank you enough for the shout out. I had so many people come up to me yesterday. I saw you on New York 1. It was the coolest thing. Now, my point in this entire rant, please patron those that support animal welfare and rescue communities. From Elvis Duran in the Morning Show to Gold's Gym in Bridgewater, New Jersey to New York 1, these people are genuinely caring about the community. So the more love we can give them and appreciation, even though that's not why they do it, the better. I really appreciate it, guys. My name is Sean Patrick Hillman. I'm the CEO of hillSTORY Marketing. I'm also the editor-in-chief of the Daily Mix TV. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.